Welcome to the morning show. Hey, to the morning show, baby. Listen to me, my people. Everybody drive safe this morning. You know what type of day it is. I think it's Taco Tuesday. Listen to me, my people. Good morning. Listen, be safe on the highway like my Uncle Ray P always say, baby. There's somebody somewhere out there who loves you. And it's your family, baby. We got to make it make sense. There is a reason why we do and think the way we do. And we have a lot of people drawing speculations of why we are the way we are as people, as the culture, as a race, as a whole, the entirety. Perception becomes a lot of people's reality. So what I want to show you today is I want to break this down because we have a tendency of people saying why black men are dating and marrying outside of their race. Well, there's a reason why. It's not because they hate their race. It's just because of their reason. And not to do with culture, behavior. But let me just show you something so we can get your take on it. Let's go.
Last weekend, two NBA got married on the same day. Joel Embiid married his Brazilian girlfriend, supermodel, and Trae Young got married to Shelby Miller, a white lady who was at the University of Oklahoma with him in 2017. And of course, this move has caused a lot of speculation, especially amongst black men who are marrying outside of their community. And this has been a topic for a while, and people really want to know why this is happening. Is it self-hatred? Is it because black men are refusing black women? What seems to be the problem?
It's a little bit of both, because if a person is always telling you, let me just explain this to you. If a person is always telling you that you're not this and you're not that, you see, why would you feel the need to actually want to be in a long relationship with somebody that you always got to prove something to, who don't accept you for who you are, just because their negative state of mind, right, and their trauma and the things that they got to work on, they place on you, you see, in different cultures. You see, this is the difference. When you get exposed to a different culture, a different way of life, that reality that you was limited to, right? Now it opens the door to all opportunities, you see, which means that we are always comparing, right? And you should, because you're here to get the best out of the situation going forward, right? In other words is, if a person don't respect you and don't listen and always have an attitude about something, what's the likelihood of you actually marrying those people? You see, if it starts here, right, we would never get here, because in your right state of mind, if you're not a person that's built on trauma, you won't take that nowhere. You will understand that your experience and you have already experimented with this behavior, and it don't get you nowhere. So this is why I believe a lot of men is dating outside of their race and marrying black men. You see, let's go.
For this, I went and looked for a video. Officer Tatum, who is married to a white woman now, he used to be formerly known as Brandon Tatum. He has a pretty interesting video about this, and I want to play this clip here and talk about it.
People that know me know that my wife is white, right? And then
he's married to a white woman.
My oldest son, his mom is white. Me and her met in college way back in 2010.
They met in college.
So people criticize me, and they criticize other black men. Although if you look at statistical data, most black people marry black people at like 80%, white people marry white people, whatever.
Fact.
It's just a phenomenon where there's a crossover. And people criticize me sometimes, and they especially from black people, that, oh, you a traitor to your race. Black men shouldn't date white women. You just date white women as if it's some fetish or something crazy like that. But let me break it down to you. And I made a video a while back that got millions of views where I spoke about this a long time ago. But I'm going to give another statement about it just very quickly so people can understand. In my opinion, based on my experience and the people that I know, because I know a whole bunch of brothers that have married white women, 99.99% of the time is because of culture. I think
See?
people get caught up in their emotions and get caught up in
Mhm.
rhetoric and think it's about race. No, it's more so about availability to certain women and culture.
Now that makes so much sense. This is what I was saying. You see, you got to understand who you're dealing with, right? See, once you get exposed to other things in life through college, through the workforce, through military, through traveling, you get to see the whole totality of what it is and what it ain't. See, I can tell you anything as a person. Listen to me, my people. I can tell you that I am all this and I am all that. And that's cool, right? But when I take the time out to understand who I am, which in other words is don't let you sell me a lie, then that breaks that down. But it don't break it down if that's all I know. You see? You feel me? In other words, I'm trying to say exposure. So when you go to college, you go to different places, you start traveling, you're putting yourself in different arenas, in different places, different spots, even in the club, in the life, in the culture, the Spanish culture, Asian, different people, different cultures, you get to see a different outcome. You see, culture is always going to strangle our black community because we are cool. It's okay to be disrespectful. We laugh at all, we crack a joke, right? But it's not funny because it's not getting you nowhere. You see, this is what I want you to understand. Bad behavior, you can do that, right? But me accepting it is different, right? Listen. So when I get around other people, other races, other cultures, or women, they show me a different side of life, that I am somebody that they want, that I am not a piece of shit, or that I am not a man who don't, confuse. They like who I am. So what's the odds of you marrying somebody who actually like you for who you are versus marrying someone who trying to tell you what you need to be for them? See, it's still not accepting you. They want you to accept them. So when you get into a different culture, you understand how women, right, cater to their man. So that's automatically going to get you to that place. I'm like, dang. So what's the odds of me going back to a woman who don't cater to a man, who say a man ain't this and they don't need us, they're independent? What's the odds of me marrying that woman? You see, what black women don't understand, right? I want to say this, okay, is that when you put that into the universe, and every black woman don't think that way, but they're going to get the repercussions of this situation because she wear that skin. Vice versa for black men. You see? So I watched the video, and the woman was black overseas. And she was like, dang, it's so crazy how none of these cultures really like us. Because the world has put you on display for the bad behavior. Well, they're just making us seem like that. No, you're actually doing this. But are they publicizing it more? Yes. Is it getting more attention? Yes. But are you doing it? Yes. You see? I don't care how they frame it. Are you a person that's actually portraying this bad behavior and understanding, right? Versus work together through different situations. Even when it comes to divorce, it's even different. You see? We want to take you down because you realize that I don't want to be with you no more. You see? That's not all, but majority. See, we always got to talk about the majority. You see, let's go. I want you to process the culture. If I get implemented to something, that means I'm not limited no more, right? So that I see the world for what it is, not what I was told what it was. Then I get to draw that conclusion for my own understanding. So I start to date different out my race, right? Through college. And you start to see how the family values and how this is, and how the structure from our black community compared to Spanish, Asian, etc. It's different. You see? Let's go.
Normally, when you see men who make it in the NFL, NBA, and they go marry white women, and people perceive, oh, that person's a sellout or whatever the case may be. No, it's because that person has now been interjected into a different culture.
Exposure. The lies that you told me, now I know they're lies. If I don't experience this, then I'm always stuck in that mindset of believing that other women, like white women, let me just give you that, what they put in America, what as black women say, not majority, right? They're going to call rape. They're going to say this. They're going to say that. It's detour tactics. So they implement fear like their mama implemented fear on them about black men, but yet the same one who telling you don't date outside your race is the main one who telling you and saying the shit about us as black men that we don't qualify. We're not good enough. You see? You got to make it make sense. You complain that we ain't good enough, but then you complain about us not accepting we're not good enough and moving on. Make your mind up. You're confused. Why? Because it's just a manipulating tactic. Typical toxic tactics that they use. You see? And a lot of men get it now. Why? Because experience. It eliminates the ideology of a woman putting that on you because you already experienced this somewhere else. So now you know you can debunk it ain't true. So that's why people marry outside of the race. That's why. And it's going to be like that. Because if the behavior don't change, then the outcome won't either. Welcome to the morning show, people. Let's go.
And I said this in my last video about family, marriage. When you look at the statistical data, you see that 70+% of black households, children are born out of wedlock.
Now listen, he's right. 77% to be exact. You see? Born out of wedlock. Wasn't in a relationship. Just out here being free. Just having babies. Period. Populating the world. And complaining later that we don't have nobody to help them raise them. You didn't have nobody in the first place. When you laid there and had a baby. Well, a man did it too. It doesn't matter. Where is he at? He's gone. You stuck with the child. Right? You knew this wasn't a relationship. Why? Because you wasn't in one. You got that? So what's the odds of a man want to be with you and have a baby, right? And be in a relationship with you when they wasn't in a relationship with you to get the baby. You see what I'm saying? Now you're looking for men to take care of that bad decision you made. And if a man don't want to sign up, he's not a real man. Oh, these men weak out here. You see? See, you got to stop putting your bad decisions on us and wonder why we move away. Because we don't have that type of energy, strategy. Let's go.
I grew up with my parents not together. And so when you are involved in a culture that may be more appreciative of the family structure, or for whatever reason the family structure is more intact, and you get to a point where you're outside of your childhood, outside of where you grew up at, and now you perceive
exposure
that I want this family, I want this type of environment, then you go for the people that are doing that.
Then you have brothers.
You know what's funny about when he said that like that? Let me tell you something. Black men believe in family for those who wants to be there, right? And in our culture today, a lot of black women don't believe in family. They believe in partying, excitement, money, material. Family is last. It's not first priority. And that the cultures, family is first priority. See, we have a difference of how we rocking in life. There's a detachment. There's a disconnected. You see, we're disconnected with each other. And we're going to be that way because men want family over that, right? In other words is, I was by a friend of mine's house one day, long time ago. It was in the kitchen. I was sitting down on the couch, and this old lady came in, and she was like, "Oh, well, I don't feel like cooking." Like, what you mean, man? I got company over here. What's up? Now, I'm going to take you to different households because I didn't been part of all these cultures. And they're totally different, right? Cooking for family and friends for your man, in a lot of situations, in the black culture, it's like, why am I doing that? But in the Spanish culture, right, it's something they want to do all the time. We're not talking about all women. We're talking about majority. You see? They find love and passion in this. This is how they share their love. It's not that one's better than the other, but I'm just trying to tell you. So when you see men dating outside of their race, it's not just because they're a white woman or an Asian woman or an Italian woman or a Spanish woman. Listen, it's not because of that. It's because of the mindset and the behaviors that translates over to these type of beliefs. I don't need to do that. I'm not married to you. What do you mean? We having a party. You see? Spanish community. Go in there. Oh, what, who coming over? Food everywhere. No bad energy. This is something that they want to do. So versus fighting for the things that should be normal and accepted, if you're in a relationship, right? It's a job you got to work on all the time. You're never off. You see? We got to make it make sense. That's not all, but that's a lot. And I know a lot of women out here can relate to this. You see? So why would a man choose to go through that if they ain't got to? This is what you got to understand. This is what you up against. His reality now versus what it was. Right? Your perception and what you perceive it to be is not true, because black men still want relationships. You see? And if you don't have the relationship qualities, we just gonna move to somewhere else who have it. Got nothing to do with just race. It's culture. Truly believe it. I get exposed to something. Now I know. Let's go.
Like Dr. Umar Johnson that have difference of opinion. I want to give his opinion on it too.
I'll give it to you on the flip side.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's a lot of the black man saying, I got to go have that white woman? Or some of these white women out here looking at, that's a god right there. I want that.
It's threefold.
Okay.
Number one, it's about a black man being an economic stimulus package to the white woman.
Okay.
Most black men
Yeah.
marry down in class.
And that's true. That's a true statement. He's right about that. That's true. That's true. It's facts. But what he ain't saying is, and he may say, but what he ain't saying, there's a reason why. You see? Because most black men in society today still date down in the black community. And even if they're dating up or straight across, the reciprocation ain't the same. So why does it matter? You see? You can't knock something that our culture is too. Or even worse. They feel you need to do more, period. And they do less. Listen to me, people. Right? You got to understand what he's saying. He's not wrong. But this is what we're getting over here. An economic package. You see? You ain't got this, you ain't got that, you ain't shit. You hear it. Let's go.
When they marry these white women.
Okay.
So what wasn't talked about, in this video are brothers like Trey Young who are of mixed race ancestry. And that is happening a lot. We will have a lot of black men who are coming from a mixed race ancestry. It's going to be happening whether you're an African-American man or whether you are somebody from, first generation African Caribbean. And what I've noticed is if a black man and a white woman have a child, and the young lady is and the child is a daughter, she's more likely to get married to a black man. But if it's the other way around, if the mother is white, it's not common that you're going to see a black man or a mixed black man raised by a white mother that goes to a black lady. But I want to just say this. Again, Brandon talks about proximity. And I think that we need to look at that because proximity is very important.
It is. Very.
Once you come out of the hood as a young black man or the inner city or
Being limited. Mindset. Not knowing more. Less experience. Less experiments with yourself. Getting to know who you are and the people and races and culture around you. That changes the outcome of how you process from not knowing. See?
all black environment, you start living around people. Like I went to California State University, Sacramento, Sac State, in the same city, right? I grew up in Del Paso Heights. I ended up graduating from there after coming back from Howard. It's like night and day from my neighborhood.
See?
98% of my classmates were not black. I was only one of 3 or 4 black graduates that finished in math and natural sciences at Sacramento State University. I went to the UC Berkeley postbac.
But college, it exposed you to everything.
Now, this is the whole Bay Area. I was the only black student in the whole Northern California region at the UC Berkeley postbac for medical school. And that was a guy that was driving all the way from Sacramento, California to the Bay. Okay? I want you guys to hear what I'm talking about. I used to do that twice a week. So now, with that being said, what kind of experiences do you think you're going to get when you're in college? You want to be a doctor or you want to be something? You're going to be around people that are not like you, depending on where you live. Now, if you live in DC, if you go to medical school at Howard University, you go to Meharry, that might be different. But a lot of black men are experiencing something different that they've never been,
Experience, you see?
they've never seen. Or look at the case of LeBron James. He grows up in Akron, Ohio. He gets rich. He now lives in a great community. His son doesn't have the same experience as him. His son not going to be loyal to the black community like him.
But it's not, see, the loyalty to me needs to be to the person that respects you, black or white. You got that? Don't be loyal to something that's not loyal to you, that don't respect who you are as a person. You see? You got to reciprocate the same energy. I don't care what color skin are you are. You got that? Because I'm not going to suffer with someone who don't respect me as a person. And I suggest no man do this, right? You don't need to prove anything about some black this or black that when it's actually tearing you down, causing you more problems, not respecting you like other women and other cultures respect their man. You see? Make it make sense, people. Let's go.
He's going to school with rich white kids. His dad's the greatest basketball player or one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He ain't better than Jordan. But exactly. So Dr. Umar Johnson is talking about that these blacks need to stay together, and that's true. But as pro-blacks, we need to give context to what's happening here.
Right.
What do we do as the black community to keep our kids together, to keep the cultures together? Like we as a black community, we go to church together every Sunday, regardless of class. Most blacks, unless you go to a mega church or a really rich church, even affluent blacks will come back to their local communities and go to Sunday church. It was very similar to St. Paul Baptist Church in Sacramento, Oak Park, or Shiloh Baptist in Oak Park. Then they go back to where they live. But at the same time, you don't see like blacks trying to match their kids up with somebody else, except for the black elites do that. And so when they go out there in random society and you ask them to pick, and they go to University of Oklahoma and they go to Sac State or they go to UCLA or UC Berkeley.
And then you got on this side, you got a lot of attitude. On this side, you got no attitude. On this side, you meet the family. And on this side, you can't meet the family. They're broken. Right? On this side, there's a lot of love. Structure. On this side, no love. Struggle. You see? What one would you prefer for your son or your daughter? You got to understand what I'm saying. You see? If you don't get this, then you don't want to see the truth. Right? If you act this way, and this way is not productive. This way is drama and chaos. Right? And then I grew up in this, so I know what that's about. So you can't tell me nothing new, right? Because I am that person. I came up the same way you came up. But the way you look at me is differently. You see? Right? So when I get exposed, I change it. What's best for you? Stress? Being disrespected? Talked down to? Always try to live up to something? Make it make sense.
And if they don't see women in their community that are going to be treating them in the way that they say is feminine or have those qualities, these ladies are going to win all the time.
Absolutely.
Because these black men are going to be exposed to something different that they've never seen before. And a lot of times, they're going to like it.
And a lot of women, it don't matter what color or their skin or culture they come from, black men are dominant in sports. Let's be 100. Athletes. Sports. That's attraction. It's power. Women are attracted to that. Attention. That's what they live and die for. Indirectly. Some do it in a good way, some do it in a bad way, but they still do it. They dress a certain type of way for attention. They fix their face. They fix their face. Eyelashes. Attention. Get with the top guy. It's attention. Even back in the days, in the Roman days, got nothing to do with color. connected to power. Every woman wants to be the queen to the king. So if you look at a black man like a king versus something that is trash, then you'll find yourself in that situation, and he'll find himself in that one with you, because respect is there, not disrespect. We got to stop laughing at things that's not really funny, because the outcomes in this situation is evidently that it's not happening in the black community. So a lot of women that have outrage with these basketball players dating outside of their race and marrying these women. Why? What one would you prefer for your son? You see? And if you say something different, then I know you're just trying to be biased. I want you to really process. If your son was sitting right here with a woman who liking for him, or one that's telling him that he needs to do better, which one would you choose? See, this is the question. You got to put people inside of that so they can give you the real answer versus the craziness, because they know how they are. So they want to say that answer. But it don't matter. Your results is in. This is why they're dating outside. Men are crazy. Look, we're not stupid. I need you to get it.
I'm just going to be real. You know, people start going to, those frat parties, and, people start, assimilating and everything like that, more so than they already have. What do we really expect? This is what's going to happen.
Facts, man. Make it make sense. Facts. Now I have to look at all these women as one way. I got to put them all on the platform, because the fear tactics, the typical toxic tactics that keep me away from these people, these women of different cultures and different races, right? It ain't true. So now I step out on whatever it is. Some people say faith, trust, whatever. And I realize that is not really true. That this is something that I like compared to something that tell me that they don't like me. You see, it's an easy job. It's an easy marriage. It's an easy transition.
Until, as the black community, that we be a little bit more aggressive and coming together, trying to prepare our kids for each other, and we leave it up to chance, they're going to be, a lot of these talented black men are going to they're going to be choosing these 9 black women.
Prepare them to be with them because they can grow with them, but don't prepare them for the fear tactics of what could happen to them in a relationship with a black man. See, that's when the mothers stop doing that, then you will start getting better behavior. You see? Listen to me, people. The apple don't fall far from the tree. You got that? Listen, mad all you want. The results is in. You want something different? Being mad about it? You've been mad. That ain't helping you. Start understanding why. Listen, there is a reason why we do and think the way we do. And most of it is culture and beliefs and bad behaviors. That's reason why black men are dating outside of their race. Why entertain this energy when you got good energy here? You see, you put yourself at a disadvantage and you think it's okay. It's cute. We celebrate ignorant shit and wonder why families ain't coming with it. It's trouble, man. Let's go.
Almost every time. I'm talking about the ones that are doing very, very well. If they're going to these schools, and I know most black men marry black women, I'm talking about a lot of these guys who are going to these predominantly white universities, institutions, things like this. It's going to get worse. Then we're going to be blaming black men for being sellouts and all that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again.
I love what he's saying. O'Shea Jackson. Listen, go check him out, baby. Listen to me. This makes a lot of sense. We need to debunk the lies. It's not just the color of a person's skin. It's how the person behave and how their culture is. And once I get exposed to it, I'm able to see it for my own self versus the fear tactic of keeping me away from them because they understand that this is the truth. Men still want families. And I talk to a lot of women every day. And that's like the last thing they want to do. Their first priority is education, degree. And then when they get that, it's still for them. So it's still not for the family. You see what I'm saying? So why set yourself up for failure? You see? We crack all these jokes, you see, all the time. It's not helping us at all. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I want you to get this shit. We need to talk about this. Why? Because if you want better, then you have to start accepting better ways to do things. Okay? Typical toxic tactics don't help you get nowhere. It pushes people away. Right? And then you dealing with a man in this culture that women are attracted to. Period. Compared to other men. Black men are the number one sought out type of man. Asian, Spanish. Yes, they are. This is the number one cross to go with. But you talk down on them. How that work out for you? And I know why you do it, because your parents thought that was a good way to do. But now it's hurting you because you went to school as that being what it is. See? You didn't get a fat shake. Just because your parents had a bad relationship with a black man doesn't mean that you will. But if you take that mindset, you will. Because you're not going to look for the good in it. You just look for the things that your mama told you in it. You see? You got to give that situation a chance for yourself. Experience. But now, men then checked out. Right? They got enough of bad behavior, so they're not dealing with it no more. You see, this is what's hurting our culture and our community. Right? Until you start understanding that it's consequences and everything you want to do ain't free, and you stop looking at a person as if they need to be doing more for you when they can just be with somebody who will like them for them, right? You're going to find yourself by yourself. 2030, 45% of men will be single and childless. You got to ask yourself a question. Let's go. Then I bring you here. Let's go.
Tell y'all why these mainstream athletes are always dating or marrying these white women. A lot of the times, these mainstream athletes don't always be at HBCUs, okay? They be at colleges such as Kentucky, Notre Dame, Alabama, which are all predominantly white, okay? So when they at these colleges.
And that's a problem, because you get to see the truth about it all. You ain't got to draw no more conclusions. What's understood don't need to be explained. I see it. So now I got what I need to assess for my own self. And if you don't mount up, like majority won't, with bad behavior, then I won't be dating you. School cross this. And school is like the number one. I'm telling you right now.
And you have so many white people, and then you have this amount of black people that have all came up from the same roots, the same struggle, all that type of stuff, as you are not there here.
Mentally.
So when you have these white women that meet these black men in college, they're nurturing. They do their homework.
Which means they help them out. You're a bum, boy. You can't do that. You got that? I know about that. It's the energy. Who wants to be around that shit? Just think about it.
They make sure you eat. They be having.
Make sure you eat. Willing to cook for you? Well, I ain't married to you. Why I gotta cook? Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you what it is. You do this to yourself. Let's go. This is a black woman telling you the truth. It's a fact.
Cars. They do all of that.
Pick you up in a car. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is like I can't get no love from me. It went on our passenger side. Yes. It's our culture that always putting the black man down. You see? This is what you take in your mind. Music has done this a lot too. I'm telling you the truth. But it's hurting you now because now you see these guys who making this type of living not selecting you. You're like, well, he's a sellout. No. He's not trying to sell out. He's just trying to get peace. A simple thing that a person don't have intention to do. Why do black women think it's personal? All the time. Listen, you find yourself by yourself. You will until you change your behavior, baby. Right? You got to debunk your mama ways and understand the new way. Because if you don't, you understand right now why you by yourself. You see?
Or whatnot. And these men, they build these relationships with these women. Okay?
Build these relationships with these women in college. In other words, they're not already made. Those women went through the struggle with the man that you don't want to go through the struggle with. You see? That's a problem. You want that man to be already made. So you can just come in and say that y'all did this together. Where's the work that builds this to be something great? You see? You're not signing up for that. You want the end result, but not the journey to get there, right? Those women are selecting those men in college. So they have the right to actually do that. LeBron James' wife, he been doing it for forever. They came together. Not just a woman that's selecting you based on where you establish and don't understand how you get there. Why? Because they wasn't part of the journey. And if they was part of the journey, they will understand why men feel this way about anybody else. If you're going to rock with me when I ain't got nothing, then I want to reward you when I get something. Welcome to the morning show, people. Let's go.
And it goes from there. So when they get drafted, all that type of stuff in the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever, okay, they take them women with them because they actually fell in love with them.
Because we have loyalty. See, this is what other races of culture of women understand about black men. They tell you this. We got loyalty. You rock with me, I rock with you. See, that's how we can cross over. We stand on that. Do you? You see? Listen to me. We will reward that situation because when we didn't have nothing, you was there with me. So it's part of me to hold this situation down permanently. I want you to get the Range Rover, the Bentley, and all that. We got it now. I didn't have it then. I got it now. Why I'm giving it to you? Because you was there with me when I didn't have it. Are you willing to build? No, you're not. No, you're not. He got to have this. He got to have that. He got to have this. Okay. So you're basing this situation on what I have and what I don't have. Well, that woman messed with me when I didn't have. See? Let's talk about the facts. Because that's the thing that we need to talk about. How we get to this place. It's the mindset.
So a lot of the times you cannot fault them for them being there for them at their lowest points of time instead of actually
lowest points of time, rocking with them, not making them feel less of a man. Because once I rise, you'll be the first one I exit. Got that? Respect is like love to a man.
Us being as African American women being there for the guys as well because we came from the same position. So
you would think that you would understand that. Listen to me, my people. I love what she's saying. You would think if this woman come from where you come from, she would relate to this. No. They act like they don't. They say they do, but their behavior say different. You see, they're going to always be a difference in society until your beliefs and your mindset changes. You got that? Let's go. I want you to get it. You see?
Stop being on social media, being racist.
Yep.
Because
stop being on social media, being racist. Stop being on social media, being racist. Hashtag what it is? Relations versus relationship. Right? Relationship is something that you help build together. Relations is something that we just were part of together. Two different animals. One is temporary. One is like a journey. One is just today. One is a lot of days. Where you line up at. You see? Stop putting your bad decisions on others and then calling them bro. I read a meme. It was the funniest shit in the world. How you say black men are bro, but you're the one who want us to pay for everything that you got? It's the funniest shit in the world. Listen to me, people. We here to debunk this shit. You see, I need you to get it. I need you to get it, my people. Hashtag what it is. Black men believe in family. White men believe in family. We got that in common. White women believe in family. Do you believe in family? We're talking about the majority. We know there's there's some that do. You see? But there's some that don't. You got that? Let's go. I want to show you something else. Pay attention to what this black woman say.
Black people are jealous of other black people, and that is the very reason why black people cannot seem to get ahead as a people.
Self-hate. We have that. Yes, we do.
Because most black people will spend too much time trying to tell the next person what they're not doing while secretly doing what can be done and not sharing the recipe for success with other black people
Because you didn't reciprocate that type of energy. Why do I want to help somebody get somewhere when that somebody knocked me from even getting where I'm at in the first place? You see, this is what she's saying. You see, why would I help you if you're not willing to help me? You see, you want the finished product, right? So we jealous and envy people and don't help people because of the struggle. See, if we were better people together, right, and sympathize, right, with the people that's going through the struggle and be there to help them lighten the load, you can be rewarded. See, that goes back to what I just said in the clip before this. Helping them with the journey, being part of it, not just the finished product. Or you're willing to rock with the man. Not because he makes this, not because he makes that. In college, he's not making nothing. You see? See, nothing to something should always be rewarded. And you see black men marrying outside of their race because they're rewarding the women who stuck by their side through hard times. Or you're willing to ride with them. We know it's not that. You have to already be this. See, those women already have those guys. And for those who are meeting these women, right, they don't want to deal with that behavior of women with that mentality. So they're actually operating with other cultures of women because they've been exposed to the truth.
because then that person is going to become a threat. So instead of thinking like your own people is a threat, try to unite as all other races outside of black people have and do unite at all times.
See, and this is why we last. And a lot of things. What she's saying makes a lot of sense. You last. Period. 13 point something percent. That's who we are. The totality. African. Let's talk about it. 19% Spanish. What you mean? They passed, yeah. Mm-hmm. Money, stores, businesses. We last. We last. Why? Why are we last? We don't work together. Simple as that. You see? You got to go through the journey to get the reward. And if you ain't ready to go through the journey, like most ain't, then here's the deal. You shouldn't be rewarded. It's no knock. But there's a reason why. There's a reason why we do and think the way we do. Because it's how people portray us to be. And that's a problem. Because everybody wants to be respected and not disrespected. Let's go.
And help advance the culture, not just yourself. God bless.
See? Help advance the culture. No. It's too much individual. Me, my. You know? No bad energy. Hashtag reality versus perception. I know how it looks that all these ball players and these black boys are marrying all these. Well, that's happening. Right? But why? I'm giving you the why. I'm giving you the reason why they think the way they do. That's it. So you can process this. Right? Because if you don't change that and separate yourself from that, then you're going to always be asking yourself why and creating excuses to make yourself feel good. I'm giving you the truth why. Not the one that wanted to make yourself feel good. I don't care about that. Because the feel good thing got you in a position in the first place. I need people to start understanding that a lot of this situation that we're doing, we're causing on our own self the way we act in life, in society. It don't help us. It's hurting us. You see? Let's go.
It's become so socially acceptable for people to just say this to black women.
Now listen, black American women are at the bottom of the dating pool. No one wants them. That's what they say. I'm not saying that, but this is what she's responding to, right? But I can relate to why they say that. And it's sad that I can, but I'm gonna let her finish and we go from there.
First of all, that's your opinion. So I'm just not really sure what that even means, but all this hate speech and all of this bullying and attacking black women online for having an opinion is interesting. And it's sad. And I don't think black women, I'm not really sure why people are so hostile against us. Maybe it's because we're so regal, beautiful, and powerful. I don't know what he means by that. Can somebody, like, what does that mean? And if it, I don't, I mean, I don't, I know it's not true, whatever it's supposed to mean. But what? That sounds dumb.
Well, let's just let's just try to debunk it, baby. Let's debunk it. Are we number one? What are we number one in when it comes to relationships? Divorce. What are we number one in? Families in the home. What are we number one in? The workforce, jobs. No. We at the bottom. Spanish people didn't jump that. What are we in? The media. We number one for entertainment. We're not number one for the things that matters. We number one for drama. We number one for showing the world that we ignorant. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And not that not other cultures and races don't feel this way or act this way or put on this behavior. But they do, but not as much. You see? When you have this energy that identifies who you are, right? Whether you like that or not, people tie to you because people that's like you, look like you, act that way. We say, man, that's kind of wrong. You didn't give me a chance. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. I'm telling you what it is. What are you doing to help that situation become better? Nothing. Whether you will always be that way. Do you separate yourself from people who do ignorant things, who talk this rhetoric? No, you do. You smile, you laugh, you joke with them. Okay, cool. Well, it means you agree with it. If you ain't willing to stand on business, you see, then that means you part of that business. You see? So they're going to always put you at the bottom. They're going to always process that like that. Other people, women, cultures. Okay? Because of behavior. It's what they see. How are you eliminating the outcome of how you look to other people? Are you giving them something? Is there a reason why they think and do the things they do? You see? You got to stop saying why when you don't really want the answer. Right? You just want to respond. I'm telling you, it's behavior. Right? We have pride in going in and going off. That's not a recipe for a good relationship. That's a recipe for you to be single by yourself. Listen to me, people. That's why you got 77% of women in America today, kids out of wedlock. Nobody's in a relationship with them. I'm just saying to you. Behavior. Why be with that? Do you get what I'm saying? If you want to change the outcome, you got to change a lot of things about you. And except the fact that I want to be better as a person. That's for everybody. But if you always got an excuse to justify why you want to stay the way you want to stay, then there's no help for you. This is not a hard situation. People don't want to be around negative people. Period. It ain't got nothing to do with just a race. If a person is negative, white, black, Asian, whatever, I don't want to deal with it. Why? Why have to? Place myself around better people who thinks like me, who operate like me, so I can get part of me out of them. So maybe I can see something in them to create a relationship. But if you're placing yourself around people who think less of you, then what's the odds of you getting in a healthy relationship with them? You're always trying to live up to something, right? And they're looking down at you because you're not there. You see? Make it make sense, people. Let's go. Welcome to the morning show, baby. Listen, I'm only keeping it a buck with you, baby.
How can I help you? Hi, I'm sure you know.
I thought it was kind of cool. But it's also something I want to say about this that make this shit make sense. You understand? I'm coming to you, woman to woman. Pay attention to this video. This tells me that this is a relation deal versus relationship. How you figure my Uncle Red Pill? Not going to say it yet. I'm going to let the woman speak about it. Let's go.
You don't know me. My name is Jennifer. Okay. And I wanted to come to your place of business, woman to woman. Okay. I see you've been texting my man. I really don't appreciate it. All these messages, take the meat out the refrigerator. Can I borrow some money? Did you pay my rent yet? What time are you coming home? What did you cook? Love you? Like, this is not appropriate. He has a woman. Please understand that. So I asked you to respect my relationship with my man, because this is unnecessary. Like, why? Why would you be doing that?
Why would I be doing? Are you talking about Jay?
Jay?
Yeah.
It wasn't too hard to figure that out. Yes, I'm talking about Jay.
Sweetheart, that's my son.
That's her son. Yes, that's her son. Who are you? Because I never met you before.
Jay?
Wow.
Yes, that's my son.
You see? You got that? There's a reason why he's talking to her like that. Why? It's his mother. Who are you? You see? You're not the girlfriend. You're not important. Because important people meet other important people to that person that's important to them. You got that? Let me say it again. Welcome to the morning show. Right? Important people, if you were important to him, you will meet the important people to him. If you don't know that it's his mother, when you walked up to her, then we know this is a relation to you. And you out of order. Because whatever it is not that serious. You're not that important. Because you should have met the mother already. You see, we got a lot of people that's in relationships today, and they think it is. But it's really relations going long. In other words, is turn, then took a long turn. But it's still turn. Looks the part, but it's not it. Too many women is in situationships, entanglements, right? And don't know the true side of the person they're actually with because they possess certain things that they want to acquire from them. But what they don't possess is family. What do you mean, my Uncle Red Pill? How she not know that's his mother? For her to have the energy to come over there to try to check her. You got that? This is crazy. But this tells me that in our society today, we believe that we're in relationships when it's really relations for a long time. Welcome to the morning show. This was a great example. So are you really in a relationship? Or is it just a turn that took a long turn? Listen to me. There's a difference from a turn and a turn. See, you got to identify where you at. Have you met his parents? Have you met the people that's important to him? How many family gathers you been to? None? At all? Who know about you? Oh, nobody? What make you think you're in a relationship with him? Because anybody that's happy to be in a relationship with anybody gonna be happy to show that person off to everybody. Welcome to the morning show. Baby. Listen, we got to make this shit make sense. Look it to me. It's a limited mindset. Why? Because he didn't give you all of them. He didn't give you all of him. He gave you a part. What means that you only have a part. What means that you just playing a part. You're not the part. You got that? Period. Because if you was, you would know. We got to make it make sense, people. What you say, Sandra Marie? People love who they love. All right? When you are around other cultures and accept your natural move toward it, humans want to be accepted, not rejected. I wouldn't come back either. You see? Listen to me. That's a mindset. Loyalty to who respects you, right? Reciprocity. Are you giving the same energy to the man that you want to take everything from? What do you do for him? This is another reason why men date outside. Women understand that they, in other cultures, they want to cater to their man. Do you cater to yours? No, you don't do that. Well, no relationship ain't for you. You see? It's simple as that. Stop trying to make these excuses from color of skin versus the behavior and the culture, because that'll push you away, right? Because if I want more and I'm dealing with a person who tell me that I ain't more, then how more can we get together? It won't happen. Listen to me, people. There's a reason why we do and think the way we do. And I'm breaking it down to you so you can stop creating this narrative because it's false. Totally a lie. Make it make sense, people. Let's go.
That's a motherfucking DNA test.
And then you got this. Somebody sent me this. Let's go.
Why did you take a DNA?
I took a fucking DNA test because you know.
From where? Why are you
what the fuck? Emory. Yeah.
Why are you taking a DNA test?
Because my sister told my
Your
ass,
sister, your nosy ass sister.
Nosy sister. Told her brother that something ain't right with that. You see? Listen to me, people. We got too many of these stories. You see? This is that 77%.
She was right.
She be
She was
lying.
fucking right. Yeah, but you be lying out. Look,
All right.
why would you name our child Darius? It's not our child. It's not even our child. No, it's not my son.
Yes, you
No,
Pay attention to this.
it's not our child. It's not even our child. No, it's not my son.
Yes, you've
No.
been raising him for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been raising him.
I raised him for 3 years. Not that it's my blood child. For those who don't know, 52% of men find out just like this. You are not the father. Yeah. Yep. That's it. There's a lot of reasons why people not married.
You know that was somebody else's child. You know that was some.
but
Who the fuck?
he even looks like family.
No, he looks like family.
Boy, welcome to the morning show. Boy, people just do people all kind of ways.
Why have you sat there and let me got my last name? Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. During the time that we had a break, it was one time. All right.
That's a lie. It's always more. You got caught is one.
We were going through stuff, and that's it.
Oh, okay, one
So I
time.
didn't think anything.
So you just don't have me raising somebody else's kid. So we do.
One time.
What the? No, that's not my motherfucking child. You been fucking somebody else. That's somebody else's fucking child.
Why is it such a big deal? Got to make it make sense. This is what happens. And you ask why men are dating outside of their race. You see? Shit like that. Even when it's exposed, we got justification to try to place blame on that man and make him believe that the child was his when you knew it wasn't. And you got the nerve to tell him you're raising him like yours. Welcome to the Body Show. People, listen to me. Look, hashtag black women bring drama and chaos. I'm only keeping it a buck with you. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's not all, but it's enough because we see this type of behavior all the time. There's no accountability on that deal. It's quickly to try to make him agree with something that he would have never agreed with in the first place. That's the reason why you never told him. See, you're not stupid. You're just trying to play games, right? See, men don't have to deal with this energy no more. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They're not getting that, right? They have standards and morals in other cultures, right? That they don't have to worry about this woman just being free and the world tell them they can do that. It's okay. You just a woman. Just do your thing. But what? So now, in this situation, we never talk about this, but let's just get there right now. Now that baby. He feels some way about that baby now. I don't care what nobody says. That's not his. It's a different from your child and somebody else's child. Right? Now, how you think that relationship works out? You see? And y'all say why men have trust issues. Shit like that. Got to make it make sense. Listen to me, people. I don't care what it is. It's the mindset. Right? Respect is love to a man. That's a fact. Stop being on social media bringing racist comments. Listen, this was for the video earlier. I need you to get that. You see? Because it's behavior and culture. It's what you need to be talking about. Stop selling a narrative that social media and society sells to try to, justify why it's that. No, justify what it is. The truth. Right? That's it. Right? I'm going to debunk all the lies, right? African-American men is going to always date outside their race. And more is coming. Because what's the need of it's entering drama when you have a peace of mind? Well, them women leave him all the time. So what? At least he had a peace of mind through the journey. Do you see that? That's what you got to understand. You see? It's self-hate in a lot of situations, right? Listen, I got a family member, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you right now. Young black woman, pretty, gorgeous. Only date white dudes. It's a fact. They don't have to be attractive. They don't even look that poor. No homo, but let's keep it real. But she find herself in a situation with that because of the trauma that her mama went through and she's seen with black men. So now that's our whole everything to avoid that. You see? And I'm talking about they're not even, what we doing? Make it make sense. Only keeping it 100. It's self-hate. Huh? Hashtag, why would you help you? Listen to me, people. I need you to help me. Sympathize with the struggle. Are you ready and willing to rock with your dude? Truthfully, not your mouth, your actions. Are you going to treat him like he's somebody? Or are you going to treat him like somebody who needs to do more just to be with you? Which one you're choosing? You see? See? That's what I'm talking about. I need you to debunk. I need you to understand why I take what I said. There's a reason why, right? We do and think the way we do. It's not just something that just comes about, right? It's the behavior of our culture, right? We need to change it so we can change the outcome in the community. But if I'm talking to someone who want to just look at fault about what I'm saying, then that's a reason why you're standing by yourself along with multiple kids. I'm just explaining to you. I'm not saying men is doing everything right out here, but I'm telling you right now to you, right? I need you to start assessing their behavior also. If the man got 10 kids, and I had a situation that came to me, why are you lining up to be 11? Then you laid up and then went with this man, right? No, he ain't take care of his kids in the first place, and you got 11. What is wrong with that? You see? Then you say, oh, man, ain't shit. No, he wasn't shit. And you saw that he wasn't. But you still had a child for him. You see? It's the decisions you're making, right? Every man ain't a good man. I'm not trying to tell you that he is. But I'm telling you there's a reason why. And whatever that is, you need to take the moment before you lay down and bring a child into this world, right? And find that shit out. Welcome to the morning show, people, right? Nothing to something is rewarded. This is why black men is dating and married outside of their race. Because the women is getting them men at an early age in college when they didn't have nothing. You see? Broke. Got that? And she never made him feel less than a man from not having. How do you do that? Do you do that? See, you got to stop talking about the outcome, right? When your mindset and beliefs ain't the same. You got to start talking about what it is and start understanding why it's like that. And accepting that to be better. But if you're looking for excuses and justification for bad behavior, then it don't matter. You see? Hashtag, it's not helping us. It's tearing us apart. This is something I need you to process, ladies. Right? Period. If you want better, please do better. In other words, is you got to really truly work with the guy. Right? You got that? And if you don't, I don't have to tell you nothing. All these different things about men going to passport bros, going overseas and all that, you know what it's like that? They don't feel the love here. Period. Why do you think that? Right? You think other cultures and other races the first choice? It becomes that when you don't want to deal with the drama. See? Right? Listen to me, my people. We got to change our mindset. If you think you're going to change your life, that ain't going to happen. Hashtag, do you separate yourself from the reality and say that's what people do when you're doing it yourself? Do you take ownership and accountability for the things that you should do? Because that will translate to you being in a better situation in life. See, we got too many people know what to say, the right thing. But it's some funny. It's so funny to Malcolm Red Pill that we don't get the right results. Got all the right answers, but all the wrong results. Make it make sense. We have to be better as a person. Are you willing to be better as a person? Are you? That's it. Because you got to break the generational curse, right? You got to stop looking at a man as if he ain't this, but want him to join in and be in your life. I'm trying to get you to see that there ain't no way that's just going to work for you no more. Listen to me. More options opens you up for more opportunities to get what you want out of life. You have limited options. Who's checking? So you're going to always be at the bottom. Listen until you change your mindset. And I'm not saying social media and in the world don't sell it to be negative toward us. I agree. But if you're still doing the behavior, then it doesn't matter. See, nobody can sell you to be something if you ain't doing it. You see? Well, they do it. I don't care what they do. I'm asking you why you're doing it. See? You're not them. What else they're doing that you don't do and how they get away with? Well, she got an attitude. Yep, but she do all this. You got an attitude, you don't do nothing. Welcome to the morning. Listen to me, my people. I'm going to keep it real with you. We got to make it make sense. See? Hashtag, right? Turn took a long turn. And that's where we get confused. In that video with that young lady who approached that boy mama thinking that his mama was hitting on him. You don't even know his mama. So I know you're not important to him. I don't care what nobody see. You never met the family. You see? That's not a relationship. That's relations. See? You got to identify where you at with the man you with. Because if he accepting bad behavior, I'm telling you, he not getting in relationship with you. It's you and a whole lot of other women that he's playing with. You got that? That's why you went over there and confronted him, not knowing that that's his mama. Babe, welcome to the morning show. You see? Turn versus turn. You got to know the difference. Right? Hashtag, what you say, Chantrell? Sad. Women who do this shit is the devil. It is in a lot of ways. I need you to understand if you're not processed being the right person, the best person of yourself, then whatever you're going to do in life is going to fail. Ain't just relationships. It's your mindset. It's your beliefs. You see? Hashtag, what you got, baby? Chantrell Marie, baby. Oh, no, she didn't try to justify this foolishness. That's how you get unalive. You see? Now, that video with the man confronting his old lady about the DNA test, that's enough for a person to unalive you. This is what's happening. See, this bad behavior causes consequences. In today's time, without a frustration, it's a bad deal because that can go 0 to 100 real quick. Why? Because now you don't know where that person's mindset is at. Do you be playing mental games like that to put yourself in a situation? And then the whole world, oh, he was so wrong, he didn't have to do her that. What? Listen to me. We don't provoke violence. But we're not going to act like that ain't a situation to get violent for. That's what we not going to do. You see? Making a man believe that his child is his and all along, you know, for somebody else, that is enough for anybody to take this shit to another level. See? It's your behavior and your beliefs that make you think that you can lie your way through life. And it ain't happening no more. Right? Listen to me. Protect yourself. Because your reality, baby, it's time for you to accept it. Or consequences will happen. You see? Hashtag, a man's legacy is important. Women don't look at family as legacy. Only men do. Told you everything, baby. Got to make it make sense. I got to make it make sense. Let's go, people. We're talking that realness right now. I want you to process this here. You see? Now, I found this next video to be very interesting. Right? And I think it's a lot of good key points. Because I even said this situation before. You see?
Immigrants come here, don't speak the language, figure it out, go to.
Now listen, now look at this video. I want you to process this video right now. Let's just process this, people. Let's process this. Let's go. Africans versus African Americans. I found this to be interesting. You see? Hashtag, no accountability for bad behavior. That's what we got going on. Men ain't just dating white women because they're white. Men ain't dating Spanish women just because they're Spanish. Men is not just dating them because of the color of their skin. They're dating them because they're offering peace and less drama. If you're not part of that club, I suggest you try to find a way to be. Unless you want to be where you at, then don't do nothing. Just stay in that form. And always complain about why men are doing things when you're not trying to be in no men, lifestyle in their arena. Only to what they like versus what you like. Your results gonna always be a negative one. We are designed together to be together, not apart. But the quicker you realize that, and it may be too late. Because if you got multiple kids, now you got a certain type of guy. And you got see how this go. See? Now you're stuck with him, frustrated with life. See? But African versus African American. I want to get your take on this, Central B and everybody in the line. Let's go.
College, get education. Why are black Africans, right, from Africa, doing way better than African Americans?
The experience of an African immigrant in the United States is way different than the experience of an African American.
Now, what he said here, I love it. I want y'all to listen to this because when I heard, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But we have a lot of African American people say this. You see? So let's deep dive into this situation.
Of an African immigrant in the United States is way different than the experience of an African American. They're two totally. If you're an African immigrant, you might as well be white or European.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Just what part did you understand? If you're an African immigrant coming to the United States, your outcomes in life, the places that you live, the education you have, you're more on par with an upper class white person.
And that's so true. Because what were you deprived for where you was at? Now listen, he nailed it. He nailed it. I want you to get what he's saying. I'm going to repeat this again. I want you to really dissect what he just said. Because when they come over here, you have to be doing a lot of things over there to prepare yourself to survive over here. Which means the mindset cannot be of what's over here. You see? To get those results. You have to think outside the box. You got that? And we don't do that here. So ultimately, right, those people that come over there, their mindsets are different. That's why success is a priority. You see? Because they already got the family that sent them over there. I'm trying to get you to see, make this shit make sense, people. This is really good. Let's go.
You're more on par with an upper class white person than you are with a person who's a descendant of
the biggest difference is the mindset. It's not the circumstances,
it's not the mindset.
environment.
It's the families that you come from. So
it's the structure. It's the culture. It's the beliefs. It's your identity to be great. Not because of fear. Right? It's because the family want better. Because over there we lack. And over here it's a better opportunity. Right? So they're already coming in, being respected. Because their ideology in life is not the same as the African American. Always talking about struggle and what you don't have, but then you're not working on getting it either. You see? Blaming everybody for your lack of and never taking accountability for what you did to put yourself in that situation. Welcome to the Morning Show, people. Let's go.
That comes from a family that's driven enough to get their children or themselves to move to the United States from Africa. This is a highly driven family. This is a lot.
That's driven. You see? They want more, gonna get more. So what's the odds of them quitting? You got that? We have a tendency, if it don't work out right, this and that, just quit, girl. You can try something new. Listen to me. We can't try nothing. No, my family is requiring this. You see how that works together? No individual. We work together to get you over here. The whole family. See? They put their life on you to help us over here. Come over here for the better opportunities that we lack in Africa. You see?
Different than somebody whose great-grandparents weren't allowed to buy a house in the city because they were redlined out by a bank in the United States.
See? It is so true. He nailed it, people. Listen to me, bro. I'm going to play it one more time. I need you to process it. I want you to listen to what he's saying. There's a difference. People always say when people come over here and they have more later. Why? Why? Because they got the support of their family and their culture. Listen to me. Africans don't really care about African Americans. I done told you everything. And if you don't know, you never traveled the world. They don't look at us as them. To a certain degree. But not really. You see? Because the way they values and their morals is respected. Over here, we don't have respect like that. So when them people come over here, we already know how they process. That's why they win. Because it's all about how can I get more with the people around me over here. Why? Because I got a family that's waiting for me, who sent me over here to be the best version of myself because of that's what I want to do. Do your family support you the same? Right? Do your race and your culture support you to win? Or do we tear each other down? You see? Two different cultures and mindset, but the color of our skin is the same. This is crazy. Let's go.
Get education. Why are black Africans, right, from Africa, doing way better than African Americans?
The experience of an African immigrant in the United States is way different than the experience of an African American. They're two totally. If you're an African immigrant, you might as well be white or European.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Just what part did you understand? If you're an African immigrant coming to the United States, your outcomes in life, the places that you live, the education you have, you're more on par with an upper class white person than you are with a person who's
So
a
you're saying
descendant
the
of slave.
biggest difference is the mindset. It's not the
No, it's not
circumstances,
the
not the
mindset.
environment.
It's the families that you come from. Somebody that comes from a family that's driven enough to get their children or themselves to move to the United States from Africa, this is a highly driven family. This is a lot different than somebody whose great-grandparents weren't allowed to buy a house in the city because they were redlined out by a bank in the United States.
Listen to me, people. Half of the people and kids in our culture today, they don't even want to leave where they at to experience something on their own. These people leave a whole country to survive on their own when we can't even leave 4 miles. Listen to me, it's a different mindset, people. Right? What is your determination? What is your goals? Right? That's not designed to fail. You're going to do any and everything you can do to win. Why? Because the family is dependent on you to help them make it to a better place. So you got to have morals. You got to be driven. You got to understand that there's challenges in life that I'm willing to face. And I will not quit. This is the difference over here. We will tell people who hit the wall or meet a hard time, right? Because anything that's successful is working for. But that doesn't mean you're not going to go through nothing to get it. You see? Success always comes with this, or else everybody will be successful. Now, this mentality over here, I just can go back home. What you mean? You see? You got to understand that it comes from something solid in you to get you over here. You have accepted what it needs to be the best version of yourself. You have put your family, the individual, right, on your back. And gonna hold the family name now because what we have over there is not good enough. And what we have over here as African Americans, we're not appreciative like that. The things we find value in really is valueless. What they're going to find value in is family structure. Do you find value in family? We don't. We don't even be in relationships to have kids. So it's already a broken family. Daddy over here don't know who the daddy is. I just showed you a video. Women lying about DNA tests, knowing that that baby ain't for him. I just showed you that. What is your mindset? What is your culture? What are you living? What is your identity? Do you know what you're here for? What are you trying to accomplish every day you wake up in the morning? You see? Have you ever asked yourself that question? There's a big difference from an African American and an African. They come in this way because they hold themselves to a high standard. Do you? Do you? So don't tell me why they're winning. They're winning because they're always in the business to win, which means that they're willing to make a sacrifice. Are you? Are you? This is the facts. You see? Now, how we change that, Margaret Red Pill? Change your mindset. Start learning from people who are doing things productive and stop trying to find gains in it because you want to look the part, but then you ain't the part in the end. See, it's cool to look cool, right? But it's really cool to actually be cool. Like really be that. Not just put on the mask. You got that? Really be the person that you're supposed to be so you can really keep the person that you want to be with. See, this is what I'm telling you about. Are you the person that you say you really are? Are you selling me your identity or your representative? Welcome to the morning show, people. Is this truly your reality? Or is it just perception? And I got to wait a little while just to get the truth out of you. But when I do, I'm gone. I'm asking you this. How you changing, my Uncle Red Pill? Change your mindset. Separate yourself from people who think like this so you can have more in life. That's it. It's a simple recipe, but it's hard for people to do because you got to call people on shit and you got to be accountable for your actions and the people around you. If you don't believe in accountability, you ain't believing in growth. I'm telling you, it's impossible to grow in life and don't be accountable for anything and everything you do. Success comes with accountability because the people around you got to see you as that person. See, relationship on a job, everywhere you go, you should be a representation of who you really are, not who you faking to be. Welcome to the morning show. This is why our culture is struggling, right? We don't accept the truth. You tell a person the truth, they come with a justification. Then I want to ask you why. Why am I talking to you? If I always tell you the truth, you got to always say why. You don't want to know the why. You want the why to be what you want it to be. And that's the reason why we're failing. That's it. See, a person who come from a different ethnic background, you tell them why, they ask you a question why, they accept the truth. They don't come with excuses to justify why they still want to do what they want to do for their why, and not the real reason why. They want that why that you telling them why to be in agreement with their why so they don't change nothing. They stay the same. That's the reason why it's like this. They're going to always. So the Asians come over, same context. Spanish, Latinas, come over from upper class, same mindset. Togetherness is what the black culture is missing in the home, on the job, in life, period. And anything that's always want to be individual, be better than the next person and not work with them, I hope you fail at everything you do. Because the only way that we can become complete is to hold hands and start debunking the things that's keeping us apart. But if you add gas to the fire by always coming with the why and excuses to justify your bad behavior, success won't ever work for you. Because when it comes to a point where you hit that wall or you go through something, you're going to give up. Why? Because it's all on you. Different cultures work together. It's not just all on them. It's all on us to help them. So when they make it, they pull us along. When the black person make it, do you pull the us along? You see? See, this is the facts. There is a reason why we do and think the way we do. Do you respect me as a person before anything else? Do you wish for my best or my downfall? Who are you as a person? When the moment you can answer that question, that'll be the moment you understand what truth is. But if you always got an excuse by them questions I just asked you, then truth ain't in your future and disaster will be there. I'm telling you what it is. I'm keeping it a buck with you. You got that? Welcome to the morning show, people. And there's a lot of other things we need to talk about. But I'm keeping it 100 with you because I need you to process it all, man. Right? This is not a joke. This is our reality. You see? And then listen to this. I want to show you something I thought was really cute. Right? And understand why fathers need to be in the home with little girls and children. Let's go. This is a good thing.
My name's Layla and I'm 4.
And I'm 4.
I'm a sister about to be 4 more.
Yeah, that's 8.
And I'm about to have my baby brother.
Here's your Marcus.
And you know I love Boogie and my mother.
That's a fact.
Harry, Kevin,
Hey.
Daddy, and my
Hey.
dad.
And your dad.
And Kevin, Dad, and
Hey. Listen to me, people. I'm going to play it again, surely. Why? Because I love the energy of the little girl. See, she love her daddy. No matter what's going on with him and his mama, the mother, the child needs the father in their life. And see, what we don't have is this energy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this again. Why? Because I need people to understand the importance of the black father in the home. Here we go.
My name's Layla and I'm 4.
And
Whoa.
I'm 4.
I'm a sister about to be 4 more.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
8.
And I'm about to have my baby brother.
Here's your Marcus.
And you know I love Boogie and my mother.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Harry, Kevin, Daddy, and my dad.
And your
Yeah.
dad.
And Kevin, Dad, and
Listen to me, people. I love that video. What you got there, people? Hey, inspiration? What is in you? And African Americans put on motivation. You see? You got to start motivating your people versus tearing them down. Because I'm telling you now, it doesn't really matter. The outcome and the results is in. People, listen to me. Value and morals. Do you have some? We done lost that in society over here. Everything free game. Hashtag, you will go through things to be successful. That's the only way success comes to you. Through hardship. If you listen to everybody's story, Tyler Perry was sleeping on a bitch homeless. You want to be Tyler Perry? You like his? You like what he do? He's a great guy. Cool. Or you're willing to sleep on that bench? See how Tyler Perry separated himself from you? That's it. It's the facts. You see? What is your purpose when you wake up? You see? Are you willing to sacrifice the things you need to do and separate yourself from the people who ain't working with you, who's tearing you down and got your mindset to believe in the stupid shit in society when your results is standing you in your face? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to stand alone? Like that child that got shipped from Africa over here. And knowing the only way to come back is a winner. Are you willing to do that for your family? Or is it about me, my, I? Make it make sense. What is it? You see? See, people are better than you because their mindset is better for communities. Let me say it again. People are better than you because their mindset is better for understanding. You see? Not for just them, but for everybody. Are you willing to work with everybody in the room to get you where you got to go? And really do things genuine. Versus me, I. You see? Hashtag, am I meeting your representative? That's the problem. You don't know what the truth is. People lying all the time, baby. You see? Make it make sense. I love that little kid video. Baby, I love it. I love to see it. Because this is what we don't talk about. We want to talk about how you ain't raising your child. Well, let me see to show you the energy of a child that's with a father and love every moment with her daddy. Do you know who your daddy is? You don't? I understand. How you fix that, my Uncle Red Pill? Father figures. People in your life who not going to agree with the dumb shit you do. That's the ones you want to run from. Yeah. That's how you fix it. You fix it with somebody who going to tell you the truth no matter what. But we don't want that. We want the energy, what we have, and them to agree. And that's a recipe for disaster. Hashtag, do you know? Do you know why? Listen to me, my people. Let me come to a close, baby. We got to make this shit make sense. I appreciate everybody coming on the live, baby. Together, what? The black culture is lacking. And this is going to be a problem in today's time. Because people who work together going to win. You see? That's it. It's not a hard recipe, right? It's not that men just choose women because of the color of their skins. They choose them because they right fit them. You see? Hashtag, it's all on us, not all on you. See? Are you willing to work with the person who you say you want to be with? Or do they got to already be there? And then you call that work. And you just showed up. You see? People, listen to me. Hashtag, who are you as a person? If you can't answer that question, you're really not ready for nothing. Because anybody that don't stand for anything will fall for everything. And that's what we got. Falling. All over. Blaming everybody for their bad decisions. See? Men too. Not just women. Accountability. It goes everywhere. Not one. See? Hashtag, just listen. You see? Listen, my people. This is my final thoughts, baby. We got to make it make sense. If you wonder why men is dating outside of their race, well, do you think you're dating material? Do you think you're marriage material? Really? Do you really think it? Do you operate selfless or selfish? Are you willing to do things for him that he don't do for you because you like him? Or everything that you do have to be to sing? Are you genuine? Is this a job? Is it a friendship? Is it a partnership or companionship? Is it relations or relationships? Is it a turn or a term? It's a lot of questions you got to ask yourself, because you can't be asking the right question because you're getting the wrong results. So I'm asking you now, do you know who you are as a person? Because if you don't know that, there's nothing in life that's going to work out for you. Because first, listen to me, you got to love self first and understand who self is. Understand what you're lacking, because everything in life that I do or you do ain't going to be great. That's the things we need to work on and be cool with people calling us on it. But not just making excuses because they want to be right. You see? Got too much of that. You see, all my people, listen, my people, we got to make it make sense. Please send me them letters, them videos. Let's talk about it, my people on Rumble. We got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hit that subscribe button, baby. Send me them letters, send me them posts, send me them videos. Because we're not done. Work ain't done. We got to make it make sense, people. I want this situation to make sense to you. And stop saying why other cultures come over here and become successful. It's the mindset and their beliefs that going to always get them to win. Because you're going against a person who want to blame everything on everybody else and not be accountable, so that eliminates growth. You're too busy worrying about them than worrying about yourself, getting to a place where they can be, than where they are at. See? Success. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't tell you to copy that, but then again, I guess I am. Because if I need to tell you to copy something, that's a successful way. Not copy something that's bad. Because you see the results. They're right there already. Make it make sense. So maybe we need to start learning from the people that's successful and stop knocking them when you're not successful. The good things in life should be rewarded, not reprimanded. Listen to me, people. If you can't understand that, then there's no help for you anyway. People, my Uncle Red Pill keeping it real with you. If you want better, you have to change your outcome and your mindset. Because like I said, the title today, there is a reason why we do and think the way we do. It's up to you to figure that out. But if you ain't ready for the truth, then you're not looking to figure something out. Because if you always got to answer why, then you already know why you're there. You see? Because anything I give you to answer that, we're wasting time. This ain't the first time you ask why. The why is the answer for all your decisions. It is. But are you willing to accept it? See, that's where you fall off the boat without a life jacket. Everybody, thank everybody for coming out, people. My people over Rumble, I see y'all, baby. YouTube, I thank y'all for coming out, baby. Listen to me. We got to make it make sense. There's a lot of reasons why. But I need you to understand, we are not doing nothing for no reason. We're going to make it make sense, or else we don't win. Men can't live on this free world and don't be accountable. Nobody wants us. See? And now, the world is holding women to the same standards. It's a different day, people. 2024 exposure culture, people. Listen to me, people. Thank everybody for coming out. It's Taco Tuesday, baby. We know we're going to get some tacos. You hear me? Listen to me. I thank everybody for coming out. My boy, Peace and Trail. Listen to me. Everybody that came on the live. Listen to me. I appreciate y'all, baby. Like I always say, baby. Welcome to the morning show. Hey, to the morning show, baby. Got to make the shit make sense. Listen, know who you are. That's the only way you can win in life. If you depend on somebody else to actually identify who you are as a person, then you're already lost. Listen to me. Stay alert. This world is different today, people. And I want you to pay attention because it's getting bad every day. Stay focused. Stay locked in, right? Relationships is what you make them. If you want more, you do more. You can't want more and do less. Thank everybody, baby. This is what it is. Better.